maybe they could lose their seat.
I mean, these bitches are smoking meth on Facebook. That might be Kristen in the back seat there. George, listen, I defended you last night.
Thing about Kristen at all.
I defended you last night to Chris the Hacker for over an hour. I told him that you truly were not a rapist and that you were a good person underneath the flab and assholiness.
I don't give a fuck about someone that was already there to fucking get information on me from the very beginning. Infiltrating. It's called infiltrating. He was already there to try to get information from me from the very beginning. So he pretended to be a victim.
He is a victim, George. You don't understand. This man was destroyed by the trolls. I read his whole...
He was pretending to be a victim when in all actuality he was in cahoots.
No, George. I read his whole story last night. There's a whole blog about him. The goons drove him to homelessness.
It's fake. It's false identity. It's
no, it's not. It's true.
He led me to believe it was true,
but it's not.
Don't you ever talk he was fucking paid and some bitch the very beginning. All right?
George, why don't you believe anything I tell you? You only believe what she says.
What are you fucking talking about?
Last night, the 1st Maroon Recon Division was deployed.
I don't give a fuck about recon, UCON, GCON, ACON. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. All I'm saying is, this son of a bitch, it was false identity. Fake identity. His name is Mark. His real name is Mark Perron. That's his real name. He goes by the Chris Perron is, I'm not sure if that is him or not him, but it's they've stolen the identity. Just like that fucking...
George, how did you come to the conclusion his name is Mark?
Just like that bail bondsman in California. They stole his identity. That guy's been dead since 2011.
Frank Herbert? Frank Herbert calls me about every 4 or 5 days to say hi.
That guy's been dead since 2011.
Two people can't have the same name?
No, it's stolen identity.
Do you know how many Michael Saunderses there are?
Identities of other people that have been fucked with, and now they use their identity. Other people in the past have been fucked with, and they use their identity to fuck with other people. That's right. What they do.
George, what is the legal definition of stolen identity and identity theft?
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That's what it's all about.
What is the legal definition?
How can you steal a dead man's identity? Look at that peacock.
They use other people's names that have been dead.
That's a real live dinosaur right there.
And say, you're talking when I'm talking. You're asking me a question and you're talking when I'm talking. It's fake people. Fake people's names and people that have been deceased. And they use their fucking names. That's how people use their identity theft. They use their fucking social security number, social security card to obtain fucking social security benefits. That's fucking fraud.
Not yet.
People do that shit. They use social security numbers of dead people. All right, look, whatever. You know, I'm not.
Is it illegal to use the name Gorgeous George then, since he too is dead?
You are such a moronic fool. People can use the name, okay, but there's only a few people that use that name. Only a few.
There is only a few goons.
You know the word people use the name.
Well, there's only a few goons that use the name. George, listen, this is what I'm concerned about.
I'm not concerned. What I'm concerned about is the fact that you are still talking to those people. Therefore, you and I, there's a conflict of interest, and you keep bringing up, you keep attacking Kristen. I'm not going to listen to that rubbish.
I'm not attacking attacking Kristen. I'm simply stating pure unadulterated facts.
I don't give a shit. You don't like her, that's fine. Keep it to yourself.
It's not that I don't like her, George. It's that she sucks air. She's the definition of matter. She just takes up space. She doesn't contribute to the community.
In your own largeness, you kind of do too.
Other than prostitution, what has she done to help the community in any way in the last 2 years?
First of all, she's a mother. She's a mother that raises 3 of kids. She takes care of those kids, and she provides for those kids.
So why is Mike Heffernan telling everybody that the kids are living in roaches and filth?
Mike Heffer is not her. Mike Heffer has a problem. He has a mental disorder.
He was her God-fearing brother until he.
Fucking brother, and he has a disorder. He didn't like. He had an issue with Kristen, and Kristen has an issue with him. He does things. He pretends to be people. He'll infiltrate. He pretends to be fucking certain people. Pretend to be like a part of the. I don't know. He pretended to be a part of the military, and he's not. He pretended to be a fucking Marine, and he's not. You know that. He pretended to be a Marine.
To be a hacker, and she's not.
Look, George, but he admitted.
He needs to not be. I'm not having to talk to you. That shit is coming.
He admitted to hitting the children, and she allows it.
She does not allow that.
He sent us videos from inside the house with the roaches and the filth and the garbage. Let me send you the link.
I don't want to. That guy's got a mental disorder, and he's not her real brother anyway.
But you misunderstand. When he started fucking with me, he was. The photos don't lie, George. The filth and the garbage.
Listen to me. I don't want to hear anything attacking. I like Kristen. I don't want to hear. You keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself about her, and that's all you need to do.
Can we cue the races of the nasty video, please? I can't find it.
Can we just not? Now, what? Right now, I'm trying to get some breakfast. I'm trying to feed myself because I've had no fucking food in a couple days. I'm trying to get some breakfast. I'm trying to calm my nerves down. Get my cup of
George,
coffee.
come over. Take me to get some coffee, and I'll buy you a biscuit. You ain't far.
First of all, I don't want to be around when your kid is there. I don't care. I'm going to say it. I don't like that kid.
Why are you afraid of a 12-year-old
I'm not afraid of him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him.
Why, George? He's just a child.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, look here. Here's one. I'm going to send you this one. You tell me this is a lie.
He's rubbish.
No, it's not rubbish. I want you to tell me it's a lie.
I will not. Listen, you need to stop sending me shit to me, okay?
It's a picture of her baby sitting in shit.
Listen carefully. I have been to her place once for Thanksgiving. And
yeah, of course she cleaned up for Thanksgiving. The rest of the time it's just filled with rat shit and piss. Here's a video of a nasty-ass baby running across a floor full of filth and shit. Now, you tell me that's not the inside of her trailer.
First of all, she doesn't have a
trailer. She lives in a double-wide fucking trailer.
You're wrong.
It was the last time I was there.
That's where she lives in. It's a house.
She lives in a double-wide, Gigi.
Well, no, she does not.
It's a solid rectangle, George. It's a fucking double-wide.
I've been in there, and it was perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, what have you seen so much different?
I mean, this video, look at the filth and the shit and the nasty nigger baby. Look at it.
Will you stop with that racial overture, man? What the hell do you want? Just keep that shit to yourself, and I don't want to hear it.
I thought every word was
She sleeps until noon, George, and ignores the kids and gives them a tablet to raise them.
She fucking takes care of those kids every fucking day.
So,
every day.
What is this right here? What is this shit? Look at the fucking dishes in the sink. Look at the nasty filth and shit all over the tables here. This is from the inside of her home. So tell me these are fake pictures that we made up. You'll recognize the filth. It looked like it the last time I went there.
Last time you went where?
There.
Where's there?
Her house.
You've never been to her house.
Well.
Or so you say. So now you're changing your story?
I may have seen it once or twice.
But how have you seen it once or twice? You said you've never been there before. Now you say you've been there. So which is it?
I've been inside. Look at the videos. Look at the pictures I took.
How have you been inside when she would not allow you to walk in the front door?
You pay her for her services.
Have you not seen my lock set?
Allow you in the front fucking door.
I picked the lock and went in, dog.
Oh, so you did break in her place. That's what you're saying.
It's not breaking and entering, George. That's unauthorized use.
Which is it, Dick? You've been in her place.
Yes.
And what are you doing in her place? And I thought you said that you've never been there before. So you can't keep your story straight, kid.
And here's another picture. This is
On the break.
George, before he went in there.
For a moment. You can't tell me the straight story, kid.
I didn't know where you were last night, George, so I had to go check.
We're not even talking about me, right? We're talking about the fact that you said to me a few days ago that you don't even know where she lives.
I hadn't at the time.
Don't know where she lives. Now you tell me that you actually fit in her house.
This was very recent, George.
This is recent, George.
Which is it?
What do you want to know? Goddamn, yes, I picked the lock and went in with Jay Smith. What the fuck?
You picked her lock and you went in the house with Jay Smith.
Yes, she allows a mentally unbalanced man to bathe her kids without her alone. Look at the pictures, George. How come you won't look?
First of all, hold on.
Look at Mike Heffernan in his fake police outfit. Because I'm taking care of a damn child that's not mine and it's January. She's out with her fucking BF actual father and this child in TC, and I left to take care of the little shit. Currently throwing a fit, man.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, you were all over the fucking board this morning. You're all over the fucking board. You think you know so much about her when in all actuality you don't. So
are these pictures not inside her house? You tell me that.
I want you to get the story straight with me. You told me emphatically that you have never been by her place.
I hadn't at the time, but I was worried.
So have you or have you not?
Yes, George. In the red van.
So what are you doing going into a place where you're not wanted?
I had a warrant.
You had a warrant? What do you mean you had a warrant?
A search warrant.
A search warrant, dumbass.
I know what a search warrant is. Search warrant for what? What were you searching?
Your house.
Oh, well, a health and safety and welfare check for you.
That's the name.
I just called down the magistrate, tell him who I am, and he issues a warrant. Ain't no problem.
This is of concern. Because you said, in fact, that you've never been there at all, and now you actually have been there with some motherfucker, just whoever this fucker is, whoever this fucker is, whether it's that person that, that I spoke with on the phone, or somebody.
You know who Jay Smith is. You've seen him. You know he's real.
Is it the person that was in the truck, or is it a person that's dating your ex?
It's a trained combatant.
You not listen to the question.
It's a United States Naval SEAL.
I don't give a goddamn if he's a transgender or fucking Bruce Jenner's fucking love interest.
She allows her son to be alone naked with a man that's accused of raping her by his own father.
My concern is the identity of Justin Summers and Jay Smith. If you're trying to mix the two, is it somebody that I saw in a pickup truck that I followed and a school bus got in my way, or is it your ex's ex?
It's somebody you got in a pickup truck and followed that got away. Jason Summers is a different guy than Jay Smith.
What I'm saying to you at this very moment is that why are you so obsessed? Why are you so obsessed with her?
George, it's not that I'm obsessed with her. George, he is from Norfolk. He's a former military hired from Marty.
I don't give a goddamn if he's a fucking
It's extremely dangerous.
I don't give a goddamn if he's a fucking plant. Or I don't give a goddamn if he's a Japanese wrestler. I don't give a shit who he is.
He's a Naval SEAL, George. I've sent you pictures of him. He was hired by Marty to provide intel services.
Okay, well, all right, listen.
He's an expert in technology and reconnaissance operations, George. He has night vision goggles, assault weapons, mock suits. You name it, he's got 12 of them.
My question to you is this somebody that you brought in, or is this somebody that this just popped out of thin air?
I've told you no 5 million times. He was hired by Marty McFly.
And your Facebook friends involved in this shit.
He was hired by Marty McFly. I'm a Marine. I'm not a Navy SEAL.
Listen, I don't give a damn if he's hired by fucking Mary Poppins or fucking the Easter Bunny. The goddamn fucking thing equates to this: that son of a bitch has gone about beyond reproach. He's gone ahead beyond reproach. He's done certain shit by doing things and getting people involved.
He did a military operation with Marty with SEAL Team 6 when they went to Bosnia, George. That's how the two met. He just happens to live here.
Okay. Well, this is all good information for the courts to be able to hear, and maybe the authorities to be able to hear this. So are you willing to testify all this information?
I will testify to the truth and nothing but, George.
All the information you're telling me right now, you're willing to testify in a courtroom or testify with the FBI?
If it's true, yes.
And you're also willing to testify that you actually entered her house without a warrant?
You're such a dumbass.
You entered her house without a warrant, right?
Michael Heffernan took these pictures, George, and sent them to Marty.
Yeah.
He took these pictures and sent them to Marty. The filth all over the house, the babies, the shit. Look at this stuff I sent you. This is Michael Heffernan. I was abused by my own father when I was young.
Kids to be a police officer, and he's not. That is a fucking crime within itself.
Yes, he's been charged with impersonating a cop 3 different times.
Yes, and Kristen has disowned him. That's not her real brother. Kristen has disowned this character. So I believe her. But
even after he raped her, she still had him babysit the children.
Raped her? That's not the guy. That's the person that raped her.
Bullshit. She admitted to Billy Baxter that he fucked her.
This is not the guy that raped her.
She admitted to Billy Baxter that Michael Heffernan fucked her. Cue the video, please. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I like to hear that because I don't believe it for 1 second.
I'll send it right now.
I don't believe that for 1 fucking second. Yeah, do send that to me. No attachments, just the actual video.
I'm working on it, George. Cue it up, please.
So, how is this admitted?
What's that?
How did this ever get said, or how did this ever get admitted on the phone? I mean, I like to know this.
When she was talking to Billy.
Talking to Billy? You mean when you're talking to Perron?
Billy Baxter and Chris Perron are not the same person. I don't know why you think they are.
Because they do. Because I believe they are the same person.
But they're not.
I heard the voice.
Well, I thought Captain Corpulence was Will Marklin too, but the captain.
Well, I knew. No, that's William. That guy is William P. Somebody. That's who that guy is. I got his identity now.
Do you know? On a serious note, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
William Pointer, William P. something is who Corpulence is. I got his name now. I got his
George, you constantly call us criminals, and you call the goons criminals. But you never provide any evidence of them being arrested at all, except Team Gigi, has a rap sheet bigger than hell. You were tried and sent you today, you were tried and sent you yesterday.
No activity on me whatsoever. You got criminal activity. You got a lot of criminal activity compared to me. The only thing that I've ever done is been in 2 altercations, fist fights.
But how come my convictions have been overturned?
I have no other fucking charges on my fucking record, so you can't say jack diddly about my record.
How come my convictions are overturned and yours aren't?
I have no convictions. I have a simple assault and battery. I have maybe 2 assault and batteries to some son of a bitch that they've asked for it. They went to court. I'm not getting to all this shit. That's none of your damn.
Kristen's record is full of arrests. Michael Heffernan is full of arrests. Why is mine not?
Michael Hefner is not her real brother. It's not her real brother. She has already said the guy is a whack job. Okay? And I believe her. He says he's a whack job, and I believe her.
Do you believe anything I say or just what she says?
I'm not doing this he said, she said, he said, she said.
I'm just asking you a legitimate question.
She never stabbed me in the back.
So why does
she never stabbed me in the back?
Why does she trust him with her kids?
Why did she trust, you mean Bo?
No, Michael Heffernan. Look down at your phone,
I don't know the whole damn story. All I know is the guy's not stable. The guy's not stable in the head. That's all I know.
This was at 102 yesterday. You guys need to take pictures of this guy flying the drone. I was abused and raped by my own father when I was young. So if he was unstable, what mother would allow an unstable, mentally deranged man to watch?
Wait. What are you talking about her father? Are you fucking nuts?
No, Michael Heffernan fucked Kristen.
That's not the one that's not the person that fucked the raped. I know that much.
Well, at least you finally acknowledge fucking and raping the same thing.
That's not the person that raped her. I know that much. I know he's not stable. I know that from what you told me.
You don't see this video of these little nasty-ass kids running around? I mean, it's filthy. There's roaches all over the goddamn house.
I don't know what you are, where you're going with this and what you're saying. I only know limited amounts, and I'm not getting into this. When I went there, it was a perfectly clean house. When I went there, they had the spread, and it was a clean house, and there was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong in the house. Okay?
It's a double wide.
I don't care if it was a triple wide. It was a house. It's a house out in the country. Okay.
Well, at least she isn't homeless. I got to give her that. Why don't you stop this homelessness and come over here and crash for a couple of days safely?
Right now, I'm not ready to leave the breakfast joint here, and I'm going to try to make some money.
Yeah, but George, you're not even brushing your fucking teeth. Not that you do anyway, but nevertheless, look here. Look here, this is Michael Heffernan yesterday at 11:35 in the morning.
First of all, man, I brush my teeth every fucking day, so fuck you.
I'm not mocking you. I want to help you. If not, the drones are going to follow you.
Where are the drones at? There's no drones following me. You even admitted it. You even said that there's no drones following me.
Oh, there are now. Literally, they lost track of your tracker, and they deployed a drone to your last known location until they found you.
And where was this at, may I ask?
I don't know. Matt Minority doesn't tell me these things.
Why doesn't he tell you these things? He's your butt buddy. You're lovers. You're butt buddy and lovers. Why doesn't he not tell you these things?
We're colleagues. We're not best friends.
Okay, well, I don't care. But that son of a bitch is going to go down. Sooner or fucking later, that son of a bitch is going to go down, and it's going to be by my hands. By my fucking hands. But you know what? Even if that's not done, he is going to pay for what he's done. He's going to pay.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his...
One way or the other.
Can we talk seriously for 1 second, Gigi? Seriously.
I have nothing serious. You
Do you know what happened to Chris? Do you know what actually happened to Kristen?
I know the story. He told me the story.
Do you know what really happened?
He told me the story that he was destitute and homeless. Yes.
They drove him mad.
Well, they're not going to drive me mad. There's a difference between him and me.
What are they?
They're not going to. You see, by me, but you see, that's the leak. You see, because if I have any links or connections, that's what they do. So if this man was driven mad, allegedly and supposedly, which they aren't going to do to me, they aren't going to do to me because I'm not going to allow it. But let's go ahead and say the assumption that is fucking true. Why would he fucking then, just because I don't want to have nothing to do with him, go ahead and reverse positions against me since he was attacked?
Because he's tired of fighting the goons. They have the power to destroy a man, and they've done it. And if you let them, they can destroy you.
They're not going to destroy me. They're not going to destroy me, not at all. By me talking to you, Lo, that still gives them a link to, because you communicate with them and you tell them every fucking thing that I tell you, just about.
George, what do you truly know?
You're associated with them. You've already admitted as such that you're associated with them.
Yeah.
By me talking to
yeah, Billy Baxter's on the phone right now with us, isn't he, Joe? Chris the Hacker and Marty, they're all here, right? Ain't nobody but you and me.
That son of a bitch. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a stupid simpleton. I'm not a fucking simpleton. I've got a brain. I've got a brain, and I can decipher what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. This is bullshit. He was at the very beginning for 6 fucking months when he kept trying to get in contact with me. I should have went with my original gut to ignore him. He came up with this elaborate story about how he was homeless and how they destroyed him, and I felt sorry for the guy. He played on my emotions. I felt sorry for the guy, and I was willing to listen to him. My original thought was, he's a troll. And that was the case at the very beginning, because this other bitch brought him in, either paid him or brought him in to, pretend and play a role.
George,
it's all a vaudeville act.
What do you
It's all a vaudeville act. It's smoke and mirrors. It's all staged. I'm not stupid. I can see between the lines.
What do you actually know about Marty, and where do you think he truly lives? I mean, really, Joe.
Give a fuck. I know he's associated to Will Markland. As far as I know, he could live with Will Markland, as far as I know. I don't know. He's probably Will Markland's brother, as far as I know.
The armies of Brennan and McFly are now under one flag.
That fat ass Brennan looks like a fucking animal.
But he has an army.
That Brennan looks like a fucking animal. You see his face?
He has an army.
See his face?
You have a Hulk.
I don't give a fuck about his army. Fuck about his army. Fuck Marty McBitch. Fuck Marty McBitch. You associate with him, and therefore we have a conflict. You say you feel sorry for me, and you want to be my friend? We can't, because you associate with that son of a bitch. And that's the bottom fucking line. We can't be friends because you constantly talk to him about me.
They sent adult babies to the man's house.
There's a lot of love. Whatever, man. Adult babies. That sounds like something that you would do.
They had drones over his daughter. How can you fight someone when you don't even know what part of the world he lives in?
They're called trackers as well. They're called IP trackers.
They live out of the country. No,
But IP trackers.
The U.S. government has no jurisdiction over him.
Well, but when they interfere in the countries, they will have jurisdiction. When they interfere in the United States and harm somebody and bother somebody, then they do have jurisdiction.
But George, I remember when Chris Perron gave you his IP address and you still didn't do anything with it.
Because that's a bunch of shit. That's not his. Listen, he told me that you did Brennan's papers. Hey, I want to do one more breakfast toast, please. Sausage. That's it. Thank you.
Tell me this, breakfast burrito. Explain to me how the Indian scammers talk old people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars every April, and the U.S. has never done nothing about it.
Oh, they do something about it.
What? They live in India.
They
what
get extradited and they go to jail.
So we spend our money.
They get their ID, they get extradited, and they go to fucking jail.
So we spend our money to fly to India to extradite someone, bring them to the U.S., and pay to jail them here.
If they are fucking and taking people's money and scamming people's money, that is a federal offense. That is a federal offense when you're scamming abroad, offshore, out of the country, and scamming other people from a different country, believing in a hoax. That right there is criminal. That is criminal behavior. Thank you.
The U.S. government only has jurisdiction within the fucking borders and 12 miles out. They don't have any authority to do it.
They fucking scam people out of money. You goddamn right they do.
And if they send the FBI,
I don't give a damn what you think. You scam somebody out of fucking money, they have a right to fucking extradite your ass.
But they haven't, and they don't because they can't. No FBI agent's going to go to India and get killed over some old bitch's Social Security check.
Back in 2008, and I don't care. They probably already know this. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I bought into it. I got scammed in 2008. Well, 2007. Now, I'm not even telling you the story. Just say that basically I got half of my money back, and the guy went to prison.
Went to prison?
Yeah.
Went to
fraud.
But George, the United States government didn't go get him, and you didn't go to trial.
Listen carefully. He was in South Africa. That's where he was pulling his scam out. He sounded a lot like this bitch that we know, your butt buddy. He sounded a lot like that bitch.
So that's why you think. So that's why you think Marty's in South Africa, because some you out of some money.
Listen, the white people that live in South Africa are crooked as hell. The white people with the foreign accent.
George, they're giant call centers. They're giant call centers in India.
His dad was born in a prison, and he was extradited from South Africa, Johannesburg. He scammed me out of money, and I got half of his dad. I got half of the money he scammed me back out of.
Okay, so. And when did you go to trial, George, and testify for the government?
The FBI. I was talking to the FBI because they scammed a bunch of people. This guy scammed a bunch of people. A greeting card business. It was a greeting card scam.
Is this the same FBI agent who transferred you to the old 80 division?
No.
They have giant call centers in India that sell fake internet virus software that are involved in organized crime, and nothing happens. In fact, Marty's helped me launder money for tax purposes.
Listen to me. I'm tired of talking about this other bitch.
What do you think that $7,000 came from, George? He laundered it and cleaned it and sent it back. Why don't you believe anything we say?
Well, that's fucking criminal.
Well, damn, George, I've been a criminal all my life. I'm not gonna obey the law and make fucking $5 a trip. I'm gonna go out here and provide for my family, whether it's legal or fucking not. Because that's what a man does. Just because something is illegal doesn't make it right.
Listen to me. There are people out there that fucking struggle and work an honest living, and they don't scam people.
And don't have shit.
They don't pull wool over people's eyes, and they work fucking their ass off, and they don't fucking scam anybody. They don't scam anybody. I know this other bitch has probably scammed a whole bunch of people.
But what is he scammed? George, you scammed your insurance company when you got the Mercedes repair.
People and done a bunch of shit like that, and probably scammed a whole bunch of people. And you know, he's you know, I'm sure he's done some jail time before. I'm pretty sure.
Did you not scam the insurance company when you got the Mercedes repaired?
Who'd scam anybody?
Did you not scam the bank when you borrowed $206,000 and never paid a dime back? And guess what? In South Africa, they would have cut your fucking hand off.
I paid them. They wouldn't take any more payments from me.
Why?
So that's not my fault. They wouldn't take any more payments from me.
In Thailand, you go to jail for debt, George, that you don't pay. You think because we don't.
Jail for I was looking for it. They beat the shit out of you and came the shit out of you for harassing somebody.
But why is everything you do right and just, no matter how fucked up it is?
I don't do anything fucked up. I follow the fucking law. I don't fucking go on a whim and try to fucking hurt somebody because it's just it's funny. I don't fucking attack or hurt somebody because it feels funny to do.
You paid to take pictures of a man.
I protect my interests, and that's what I do. George, the people that I care about.
George, you paid to take pictures of a mentally ill man because he said nasty things about you. You attacked a man with mental issues. Is that okay? That's not illegal. That's not criminal. That's okay?
Listen to me very carefully. This guy would not stop. He would not stop fucking with me, so then I felt like he needed to be seen. His anonymity, he needed to be shown. His face, his true identity. So I helped him to facilitate showing his identity.
You called his apartment building and reported him.
People on the internet and fuck with other people on the internet. Their face needs to be shown. Their identity needs to be shown. So
you called his apartment building and reported him for setting things on fire and hoped that him and his sick mother would be homeless. You hired an FBI agent friend of Vince to record and trace prank callers, which is illegal as fuck. Why do you think that you're just the most law-abiding citizen in the world?
Wait a second, Sherlock. That's where you're fucking dead fucking wrong. The only thing that I did, and this is the only thing that I will admit to, is I went ahead and wanted his picture. I wanted his fucking face.
He's a retard.
I don't give a shit. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you fuck with somebody that's constantly, you need to show your face. So he needed to show his face, and I facilitated it. And now his face is seen, and everybody knows what he looks like.
Was the money, was it worth $500, George, or whatever you paid the man? Was it really worth it?
It wasn't worth it. It cost $500, and it was only half of my money.
So it was worth it to have somebody go to a trail of a homeless person, take a picture. I know, Angela paid the other half.
So, example of the son of a bitch that you don't fuck with me. They showed an example that you don't fuck with someone.
What makes you so righteous and us criminals? Take Marty and everybody else out of it.
Yeah, but see, now your true colors are showing right now. Oh my God.
What true colors? What true colors?
You're affiliated with this shit. You're affiliated with all of what they do, and it shows. You just admitted for breaking and entering in Kristen's house with this alleged guy that, walking in her fucking house. So which is it now?
It's
you just admitted about a half hour ago that you and this guy broke into her house.
Why is Tits on the internet making videos about you? You really showed him.
I thought he was pretty much done with. I mean, he was not heard of for a long time.
This is alive and well. He made a video last night, the night before, and the night before that. All about you.
Yeah, well, that's pretty fucked up.
I I mean, you threaten to kill Marty McFly every fucking day. How is that legal? I mean, George, I was a criminal lawyer more than I was anything.
I'm going to block you now. You have a great life.
That's right. If I don't suck your dick, bye, right?
I will not listen to this rubbish. This son of a bitch putting his face involved in my business. He won't even show his face. I'm wondering why. I like to fucking unmask that son of a bitch and get his identity and have him.
You pay me any of my money back, George, and I'll give you his picture. How's that? Hello, gentlemen. GG is gone. His phone died.
Oh, great call, Mike.
I try.